Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome back to News at Noon. News at Noon is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems on WCVF 88.9 and WDVL 89.5. I'm News Director Lee Pye here today with Scott Bassett, Sara, Lodespoto, Kowalyk, as well as Hunter Halterman and Sports Director Matt Volz. With this top-of-the-hour update, we'll bring you the latest of SUNY Fredonia's campus news and events, sports, weather, and music, as well as national and international news. First up, let's go to the event bulletin for this week. The Leader is hosting a pool party at the Steel Hall and Auditorium as a fundraiser for women's rights. There will be a drive for menstrual products, and there will be 4 different clubs tabling, which would be Fredonia Feminists, Steps, Fred Grows, and Students for Fredonia. There will be an open swim for everyone. There will be food, drinks, and games. And there will also be a special issue of The Leader coming out on April 9th, with a specific emphasis on women's rights. The pool party will be on Friday, April 12th from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. in the Steel Hall and Auditorium. That's it for the information through the grapevine. Next up, we'll bring it to Scott for our latest campus news updates.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. and ending at 4 in the afternoon, a blood drive is being held by the Red Cross in the Williams Center Multipurpose Room. If you plan on giving, make sure you schedule your appointment by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or online on redcrossblood.org. Also, ensure you eat before having your blood pulled. On Friday, also in the Multipurpose Room, the Pride Alliance is holding a drag show from 7 to 9 p.m. The show is a perfect chance to support not only local talent, but the community as a whole. At the same exact time, 7 to 9 on Friday afternoon, PAC is performing the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, the Tony Award-winning story about 6 mid-pubescents and the competition between them will be coming to Rockefeller's Bartlett Theater for anyone to enjoy. That's it for campus news. Let's send it back to Lee.
Thanks, Scott. Next up, we have local news. The solar eclipse is obviously a hot topic right now, and the hot spot for everyone to travel is right here at SUNY Fredonia. On April 8th, all classes are canceled for SUNY Fredonia students, and many events are happening during the day on the campus. Starting at 11 a.m., student clubs are hosting a Club Maker Fair in the Williams Center Multipurpose Room. If you show up, you can learn about many of the clubs on campus, and you'll probably see Chloe and I running around with microphones getting interviews, so if you do see us, say hi. As also at 11 a.m., there will be food trucks like Cheesy Chick, The Best of Buffalo by Byron, Lugia's, and Over the Rainbow. All at 12 p.m., there's a pep rally in the Williams Center with clubs performing some dance routines and performances. And from 1 p.m. on, Fredonia Radio Systems and Sound Services are hosting live Fredonia bands such as Two Peas in a Pod, Hit Girl, Plymouth Knob, and Bum Machine are performing during the eclipse. The bands will definitely be taking a break between 3:17 p.m. and 3:21 p.m., where we all, with our solar eclipse glasses, can enjoy the rare phenomenon. At 6 p.m., a recital will happen in the Rush Recital Hall, and a concert at 7:30 p.m. in the King Concert Hall. Remember that there will be very intense traffic leading up to and after the eclipse. Chautauqua County is expecting between 50,000 and 250,000 tourists. It's encouraged to have gas in your car, leave early for places because of the heavy traffic, and to have food for the days surrounding the event in case the stores near us cannot keep up with the surplus of people in the area. There has been multiple fires in the Chautauqua County area recently. The Forestville Fire Department responded to 2 fires over this past weekend. They got a call around 8:30 p.m. for a structure that caught on fire on Lodi Street in the hamlet. The fire was caused by an electrical fire in a crawl space. The other fire happened around 6 a.m. on Sunday, responding to 4 Route 39 in the town of Hanover, where the fire occurred from a dishwasher. No injuries were reported with either of these fires. However, and around 9:50 a.m., the Ellington Fire Department responded to a call for a residential fire on Hopkins Road. The fire was caused from an electrical issue, and the 2 individuals that were in the house were taken out and sent to the hospital for the smoke inhalation. That is all for your local news update, and now let's take it to the sports guy, Matt Volz.
Thanks, Lee. In a stunning move, the Bills have traded former All-Pro receiver Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans. And no, this is not a belated April Fool's joke. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Buffalo is also sending a 2024 6th-round pick and 2025 5th-round pick to Houston, and the Texans are sending a 2025 2nd-round pick to the Bills. The move comes a day after Diggs left a cryptic comment on social media calling into question his relationship with Josh Allen and the Bills. The trade heightens Buffalo's need for a wide receiver in the upcoming draft, which begins on Thursday, April 25th. Fredonia's athletic department is hosting its annual Day of Giving today. The Day of Giving is a day centered around donating to Fredonia's sports teams, and most donations usually come from alumni or those close to the program. The link to donate is available on FredoniaBlueDevils.com. The lacrosse team is hosting its Morgan's Message game today against Buff State. Morgan's Message is a nonprofit charity organization dedicated to bringing awareness to and erasing the stigma around the mental health of athletes. The organization was founded in memory of Morgan Rogers, a Duke University lacrosse player who took her own life in 2019. Today's game will begin at 5 p.m. Fredonia's softball team still has yet to play their first game outside of Florida, as yesterday's doubleheader at Alfred was postponed. No makeup date has been set as of now, according to FredoniaBlueDevils.com. The baseball team was supposed to have their home opener this afternoon, but that plan has also changed due to the weather. Today's scheduled game against Alfred has been canceled, and their 3-game series against Oneonta has been moved back to this weekend. An outdoor track and field season is underway as the Blue Devils competed in a meet at Geneseo this past weekend. Sophomore Jacob Wynn took home victories in both the 100 and 200-meter dashes. For the women's team, sophomore Kara Pilecki placed 5th in the pole vault and 7th in the 100-meter dash. This weekend's meet, hosted by the University of Rochester, will now be held on Sunday to try and avoid the weather. And the Sabres showed up in a big way last night, defeating the Washington Capitals 6-2 in a dominant performance. Buffalo's top line of J.J. Peterka, Tage Thompson, and Alex Tuck combined for 4 goals. Fan favorite Jeff Skinner played in his 1,000th career game, and the Sabres held a ceremony before the game to commemorate the achievement. The win was a significant one, as the Capitals currently hold the final wild card spot that the Sabres are chasing after. Buffalo sits 5 points out of a playoff spot with 6 games remaining, and 3 of those games are against teams the Sabres are chasing, including their home finale against these same Capitals on Thursday, April 11th. Next up on the Sabres schedule is a home matchup with the Philadelphia Flyers on Friday night. That's it for your sports update. Now let's send it to Sara with the weather.
Now, here is your Northern Chautauqua weather update brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Hiya. Today we have the perfect sing in the rain moment since we get back-to-back rain showers at 50 degrees. As of 2 a.m. today, we have a flood watch warning which ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. Be careful commuting, and if you see a big puddle, it's deeper than you think it is. I almost made that mistake over winter break with my small car. Luckily, my sister convinced me not to go through the puddle lake because it's better safe than sorry. So stay alert, especially tonight when the rain shifts into snow, entering a cold 32. Just when you think we had enough snow, tomorrow proves us wrong with forceful winds bringing us up to an inch of snow and a high of 40. Maybe I'm just remembering the phrase wrong, but I thought the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers, not April snow showers bring May flowers. Just like a one-sided relationship, I'm not expecting flowers from this. The evening shows much of the same winter weather as the snow continues on, dipping us to 33. That's it for your 2-day weather. Keep listening. I'll be back with the rest of your weekend forecast. For now, let's take it to Lee for a local music update.
Foxhead Entertainment is presenting some bands at the Creek House. The Bug House Bash is presenting bands like Saint Blind, Oscars Cash, Asteroid Day, and Living Groove. The show is on April 6th. Doors are at 8 p.m. and music is at 9 p.m. If you are interested, DM Creek House IG on Instagram for the location of the show. That's all I have for music news this week, besides the solar eclipse event, which I previously mentioned. Now, let's send it to Chloe for our national and international news.
Thanks, Lee. The city of Minneapolis has finally reached a settlement with a witness of the murder of George Floyd. The witness, Donald Williams II, watched as Derek Chauvin knelt on Floyd's neck. Williams was unable to help Floyd during the incident, and Williams served as a key witness at Chauvin's trial as Chauvin's attorney attempted to portray bystanders like Williams as, quote, an angry mob. Williams has testified that he remained on the scene even after Floyd was taken by paramedics and called 911 as he believed he had just witnessed a murder. Chauvin has been sentenced for 22 and a half years after being found guilty of second and third degree murder, as well as second degree manslaughter. He also pled guilty to violating Floyd's civil rights, being sentenced to 21 years on that count. Over in Russia, over 100 people are still missing following a concert hall attack in Moscow. The attack was perpetrated by a gunman with assault rifles who shot civilians and started the venue on fire. This resulted in the roof collapsing while concertgoers were still inside. As a result, 143 people have been confirmed dead, and estimates of 100 more are missing. It is currently not clear how many people in the missing toll are also included in that death toll. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack, but President Vladimir Putin has claimed that Ukraine is responsible. Ukraine has vehemently denied these claims, as there is no evidence that points towards the war-torn country as responsible for the attack. That's all I have in international news this week. Let's send it back to Sara for the rest of our weather.
Friday has no shame as we get a high wind speeds and a mix of rain and snow showers at 40. We accumulate roughly 1 to 2 inches of snow. But hey, the weather timed it pretty good so we could celebrate National Self-Care Day. For me, self-care means listening to music, taking a hot shower, and cleaning my room. However, for you, it might be different. So I implore you to figure out what self-care is for you Friday night as we lower to the upper 30s. Have no fear, the sun is partly here, as the clouds share some space on Saturday, rising up to 47. I really hope we could see some dog walkers. Or do you think it's too cold for that yet? All I want to do with my Saturday is to sit on a bench and admire cute dogs as they pass. But as a busy weather girl, I don't think I could free up my schedule for that. Actually, since that evening is going to be cold in the low 30s, I might procrastinate my work till then. Sunday promises good vibes as light cloud cover provides sunshine in the low 50s. Hopefully all the snow had melted by this point because it'd be perfect for a nice game of catch or a frisbee toss. It'll be clear even during the nighttime, and we'll be able to see the waning crescent descending into the upper 30s. That's it for your weekend forecast. Let's take it right back to Lee.
That'll wrap up for today's edition of News at Noon. Campus News is written by Scott Bassett. Local news for this broadcast is prepared by Lee Pye. Weather is presented by Sara Lodespoto. Sports is presented by Matt Volz. Music is prepared by Lee Pye. National and international news is prepared by Kowalyk. And finally, board operations for this broadcast are performed by Hunter Halterman. Thanks for tuning in to News at Noon. Join us every Monday and Wednesday at 12 p.m. on WCVF 88.9 and WDVL 89.5. From all of us at Fredonia Radio Systems, have a wonderful day.